welcome for today's Metta Meditation, October the 2nd. You're very welcome. Always we start our meditation by paying respect. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. So always we start our meditation by paying respect, so that we align with the higher. What we send the mind to, we connect to, and in paying respect we open the heart, and this is the energy which can come in. So a Buddhist, Christian, whoever can pay respect in their own way. And if we have no particular spiritual tradition, we can simply pay respect to all that is holy in the universe. So now we close the eyes, we open the heart. We bring the attention to the body, being aware of the sensations of the body, being aware of the body posture. If we can sit with legs crossed, it's good, it's a very stable posture. If not, never mind, we can sit normally on a chair. The important thing is the back should be comfortably straight, not too stiff and not too loose. We can try to visualize ourselves sitting here. With eyes closed, we try to visualize ourselves, where we send our attention, we send our mental energy. So by visualizing our own body, we're sending our attention, our energy back to our own body. We bring the attention to the breathing. We can focus at the nose, where we feel the sensation of the breath as it passes the nostril, just keeping the attention at that one point, at the gateway of the breath. Or we can focus at the lower abdomen, where we feel the abdomen rising on the in-breath, falling on the out-breath. So we can decide where we like to keep our attention, and then we keep the attention there. We don't go from one to the other. If we have a mantra, we can use a mantra. It can be very helpful to keep the mind centered. In the Thai forest tradition, we use the mantra Buddho. Buddho is a Pali word. It means the state of mind of the Buddha, state of mind of the enlightened beings. It has a threefold translation. It's translated as the knowing one, the radiant one, the awakened one. We breathe in, silently repeating in the mind, We breathe out, silently repeating in the mind, Do. A Christian can use a Christian mantra, such as breathing in, Yay. Breathing out, Sus. Or there are many other mantras we could use, or we can use no mantra, just simply being aware. Being aware of the breathing, being aware of the body, being aware of the mind. Always keeping the mind in the present. We don't send the mind to the past. We don't send the mind to the future. If we send the mind to the past, maybe anger comes up in the mind, or maybe sadness. If we send the mind to the future, maybe anxiety. For sure anxiety. So keeping the mind only in the present, being aware of the breathing, being aware of the body, being aware of the mind. Being aware of whatever contacts the mind. The mind is always being contacted through 6 ways. Through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, and through what forms in the mind itself, what forms at the heart itself. The thoughts, feelings, memories, moods, and so on. We observe whatever contacts the mind from outside, whatever forms in the mind from inside, and we simply let it go. We don't react. We are aware, we know it, we see it, and we let it go. We don't become entangled, just observing, letting go. Always keeping the attention anchored to the breathing. Knowing the breathing in, letting go. Knowing the breathing out, letting go. Knowing the body, letting go. Knowing what forms in the mind, letting go. We have to train ourselves in what we call mindfulness. Mindfulness means to be aware, to know what is contacting the mind, what is forming in the mind. We train ourselves to have this mindfulness, this awareness, and we train ourselves to have the wisdom to let it go. Sometimes we sit in meditation. There may be contact with the mind through the ear, sound contact. We don't send our mind out to the source of the sound. Who made this noise? What's he doing? Why are they making a noise? We just keep the attention on our own body, not sending the mind outside of the body. Being aware of sound contact as it arises, as it passes away. Being aware of body sensation as it arises, as it passes away. Being aware of whatever forms in the mind as it arises, as it passes away. If we take interest in what forms in the mind, we pour our mental energy into this mental process and we make it bigger, we make more of it. If a thought appears in the mind, we have our mindfulness. We see this thought as a bubble in the mind. We watch it appear. We watch it disappear. The heart stays clear and open. But if we take interest, either with like or with dislike, we pour our mental energy into this thought process. We create more of these thought bubbles. One bubble becomes 100, becomes 1,000, becomes thousands and thousands. The heart becomes a jacuzzi. A memory appears in the mind. If we have our mindfulness, we watch it appear. We don't react. We watch it disappear. The heart stays clear and open. But if we react to this memory, we make a big story in the mind. An automatic chain reaction takes place in the mind, and the heart becomes clogged and cluttered, hot and cramped. But when we become aware that we have lost our mindfulness, we simply bring the attention back to the breathing, back to the mantra if we use, knowing and letting go, starting again. Always with patience. The shortcut way to progress in our meditation practice, in our spiritual practice, is through patience. If the mind runs away 1,000 times, if the mind drifts away 1,000 times, we have the patience to bring the mind back 1,000 times. Whenever we become aware that we have lost our mindfulness, just bringing the attention back to the breathing, back to the mantra if we use, back to the body, back to the present. Always keeping the mind in the present. If we want to develop the wisdom to see, to know reality, we can see it only in the present. Just being aware of what is contacting the mind right now, watching it appear, watching it disappear. Very, very easy, but very, very difficult. Usually we scatter our attention in all directions. And when we scatter our attention in all directions, we scatter our mental energy. We throw our energy in all directions, and so we feel drained, depleted. We've thrown all our energy away. Now in our meditation practice, we train ourselves to keep our attention with our own body, our own mind, only with the present. The mind becomes energized, the heart becomes energized. Always keeping the attention anchored to the breathing, always being patient with ourselves, not getting frustrated. Sometimes the mind will run away with a lot of thinking. Sometimes the mind may drift away, dreaming. So we have patience with ourselves. We don't get frustrated. We don't think, oh, I can't do this. We can. Just being aware each breath, one breath at a time. Knowing the breathing in, knowing the breathing out. That's all. We continue like this, just knowing the breathing in, the breathing out, being aware of body, letting go, being aware of mind, letting go. In time, the mental energies become a steady stream of attention directed inward. The energies become unified and harmonized, and we feel a great sense of harmony in body and in mind. The body feels light and at ease. The body feels exquisite. A refined sense of ease and comfort in the body that we never could have imagined. The mind, the heart, becomes at peace. We stop to pour our energy into our own mental disturbance. We stop to pour our energy into our mental agitation. We stop to squeeze, burn our own heart. We stop to throw this heart in all directions. The heart can find its own normal, natural state of inner peace. When we react with aversion, we squeeze the heart. When we have anger, we have aversion to the past. When we have anxiety, we have aversion to the future. And whenever we have aversion to past or to future, we squeeze, we burn our own heart. So just watching what is contacting the heart, knowing, letting go, not reacting, the heart can open wider and wider. As the heart opens wider and wider, the flow of energy through the heart becomes stronger and stronger. The heart becomes more and more at peace. The heart becomes more and more energized. We unify the mental energies and we unify the heart. The heart becomes unified. The heart becomes whole. We become wholehearted. The heart becomes at peace. A deep peace, refined peace, a state of heightened mental clarity. The purpose of our meditation practice, the purpose of our spiritual practice, simply is peace. The Buddha taught that peace is the highest happiness. In our meditation practice, we develop peace and we develop wisdom. We develop peace through wisdom and wisdom through peace. As the peace becomes deeper, more refined, the wisdom can become deeper and more refined. As the wisdom becomes deeper and more refined, the peace becomes deeper and more refined. So step by step, we develop peace and we develop wisdom. When we reach the ultimate stage of our practice, we reach the ultimate wisdom, the highest wisdom, the deepest wisdom, we will reach the ultimate peace, the highest peace, the deepest peace, the timeless peace. In the beginning of our practice, we need to have the wisdom simply to know, to watch our own mind, be aware of what is contacting the mind, what is contacting the heart, and let it go. Just watching what is forming in the mind, what is contacting the mind, the heart clears itself, cleans itself, becomes more and more at peace, more and more energized. As we unify the mental energies, we feel a lightness of the body, and we see an inner light, an inner brightness. This is because the energies which we are unifying are themselves bright energies. The prana of the universe is a bright energy. Our hearts are all connected in this ocean of light. So when we do this Metta meditation together, we put our hearts together and we can make a great contribution. We become very powerful together. As we unify, intensify our own inner energies, they become stronger and stronger so that we can feel our own inner energies. They become brighter and brighter so that we can see our own inner energies. We see this inner brightness growing and growing. We observe the lightness of body, we observe the inner brightness, and we let it go. We don't try to control or force, we simply let it go. Keeping the attention with the breathing, keeping the attention anchored to the breathing, knowing the breathing, letting go, knowing the body, letting go, knowing what is forming at the heart, letting go. The inner light becomes stronger and stronger. Just as we observe the breathing at the nose or at the abdomen, we don't try to control or force the breathing. We simply observe it and we let it go. When the inner light appears, we observe it, we let it go. The inner light is in fact the inner breathing, the inner refined breathing. Just always being aware, body, mind, letting go. Being aware of the state of mind, letting go. In the beginning of our meditation practice, perhaps we have some boredom, frustration. We observe it, we let it go. As the inner lightness appears, the inner brightness appears, we become much more enthusiastic. We observe this state of mind, we let it go. Whatever is the state of mind, we observe it, we let it go. All these states of mind pass away, leaving the heart clear and open, leaving the heart at peace. We observe the inner peace as we let go of all these states of mind. We observe the inner peace and we let it go. We let go of the inner peace. As we let go of the inner peace becomes stronger and stronger, deeper and deeper, more and more refined. Because the mind of happiness, the mind of peace, is the mind of letting go. Just keeping the attention anchored to the breathing, knowing the breathing, letting go, knowing what contacts the heart, what forms at the heart, letting go. The inner light becomes stronger and stronger. In time, the inner light fills the entire body. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes practice. In time, the inner light fills the entire body. And when we have our inner light firmly established, we have our own inner lantern, our own inner torch, firmly established, to light our way on our spiritual journey, the journey inward. We are no longer spiritually blind. The inner eye has inner light to see. We are no longer sleepwalking. As the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we become more and more awake. The mantra Buddho is translated as the knowing one, the radiant one, the awakened one. Knowing the breathing, letting go. Knowing the body, letting go. Knowing what forms in the mind, letting go. The heart becomes more and more radiant. We become more and more awake. The knowing one, the radiant one, the awakened one. As we progress in our practice, it becomes much more pleasant, much more enjoyable for the mind to rest within than to go to the outside. We find an oasis of peace, an oasis of calm at the heart. We find our own inner sanctuary. Outside may be chaos, but inside we have our place of peace, our place of coolness. And when the mind is content to rest within, there is a feeling of coming home to our own heart. We find a wellspring at the heart, a wellspring of cool, clear, fresh life energy, light energy. And we can drink deeply from our own inner well, drinking peace, being at peace, content. Just watching what is forming at the heart, letting go. The heart becomes more and more at peace, more and more energized. The heart becomes more calm, more cool, more clear, more collected. We keep the attention with the breathing, just knowing, letting go. In time, the heart becomes more energized. The wellspring at the heart becomes a fountain. And when the heart becomes a fountain, we always feel we are overflowing from within. Our inner cup is overflowing. And this is the energy which drives us forward in our spiritual practice. We don't need to chase after pleasures on the outside, because inside we have a fountain of happiness, fountain of peace. And when the heart becomes a fountain like this, when the heart overflows like this, we can see, we can feel, we have something very special inside, something very precious inside. Our sense of self-worth, self-esteem becomes greater. We become more dignified. We also become more humble, because we can see everyone else is the same. Everyone else has the same, but not many people know. As the heart becomes a fountain, it's like we have an inner antenna which grows bigger and bigger. The heart becomes more sensitive in receiving, more powerful in transmitting. Our sense of intuition becomes more sensitive, more refined, and we see more and more how our own heart affects the world around us. We stop to be surprised at coincidences. Just watching over the heart becomes more and more at peace, more and more energized. And so before we start to radiate metta, before we start to radiate this energy of peace to the world, we take the time to make our own heart at peace, to energize our own heart. So now we've been sitting for some time. Our heart has become more at peace and more powerful. We can start to radiate this energy to the world. We breathe in, focusing at the heart chakra as we breathe in with the intention, may I be happy, wishing happiness for ourselves. As we breathe in, the heart becomes energized. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow with the intention, may all beings be happy. So breathing in, may I be happy, energizing the heart. Breathing out, letting the heart overflow with the intention, may all beings be happy. Breathing in, energizing the heart, may I be happy. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings in front of us. May all beings in front be happy. Breathing in, energizing the heart, may I be happy. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings on our right side. May all beings on my right be happy. Breathing in, may I be happy, energizing the heart. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings behind. May all beings behind be happy. Breathing in, energizing the heart, may I be happy. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings on our left side. May all beings on my left be happy. And we can feel the energy field of the heart becoming wider and wider, stronger and stronger. We can feel the energy as it overflows from the heart, and we can see it as a wave of light flowing from the heart. Breathing in, energizing the heart, may I be happy. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings above. May all beings above be happy. Breathing in, may I be happy, energizing the heart. As we breathe out, we let the heart overflow to all beings below. May all beings below be happy. And we do the same in the 4 diagonal directions. You can do this by yourselves without me guiding. It's difficult for me to say these directions. Just breathing in, energizing the heart. Breathing out, letting the heart overflow in this direction. Understanding spiritual teachings really means to understand our own heart. Knowing how the heart is imprisoned, knowing how the heart is set free, knowing how each emotion affects the heart. If we have anger, the heart is hot. We lose our cool. Spreading metta, spreading kindness, will cool down the heart. The energy radiating from the heart is a cool energy, like the light of the moon. It's cooling to the inner eye. If we look to the sun, it burns the eye. But the inner light, as it becomes brighter and brighter, it becomes more and more cool. If we have anxiety, the heart is shaky, insecure, spreading metta will make the heart secure. It makes the heart strong. If we have depression, the heart is heavy, dark, spreading metta will make the heart light and bright. If the heart is not clean, with whatever negative state of mind, spreading metta will wash the heart. The energy comes through the heart like water through a fountain, washing the heart, cleaning the heart. In the Thai language, the energy radiating from the heart is called Namjai, water of the heart. This practice brings us many benefits. We get the benefit here and now. It brings us great peace and joy as we do this practice. And as we do this practice, it raises the mind, it elevates the consciousness. As we do this practice, the heart becomes more clean, more clear, more bright. As the heart becomes brighter and brighter, the consciousness becomes higher and higher. We get the benefit in the future because what we give to the universe will give us back many times over. And very importantly, this practice helps to bring peace to the world. If we radiate anger, anxiety, what does the world become full of? Anger, anxiety. We make the heart at peace, we radiate this peaceful energy, and we make a great contribution to world peace. And when we do this practice together, we put our hearts together, we make a great contribution. The difference we make is very great. And now we can observe the heart chakra. How does the heart feel? Does it feel more open, more clear, more refined, more at peace? Or do we have a lot of frustration and boredom? Whatever way the heart feels, we observe it and we let it go. And doing this much can be a full metta practice by itself. If we have only 15, 20, 30 minutes, we can spend the first half of this time to make the heart at peace, to energize the heart. We can spend the second half of this time radiating this peaceful energy to the world. If we do only this much, this is already wonderful. But if we have a little more time, we can go further, we can continue, we can visualize the planet earth at the heart chakra with the intention, may all beings on this earth be at peace. Wishing peace, wishing happiness for all beings on this earth, from young to old, male, female, human, non-human, may all beings be happy. On land, in the waters, in the air, without limit, without exception, may all beings be happy. We visualize the solar system at the heart chakra. We visualize the sun with the planets going around. Put this image at the heart chakra, wishing peace, wishing happiness for all beings throughout the solar system. We put the image of the galaxy at the heart, wishing peace, wishing happiness for all beings throughout the galaxy. May all beings throughout this galaxy be at peace. May all beings throughout this galaxy be happy. And now we have no more pictures, no more images, just the intention that the entire universe is contained within this heart chakra. And we wish peace and happiness for all beings throughout the entire universe. This heart can become an ocean of peace, ocean of kindness, ocean of compassion. It can fill the entire universe. It can contain the entire universe. We wish happiness for our spiritual teachers. We share the merits that we make from the good actions that we do with our spiritual teachers, wishing them long life, good health. We wish happiness for our mother and father. We share our merits with our parents, wishing them happiness, wishing them peace. And wherever they are, living or deceased, they get the energy now radiating from our heart. We wish happiness for all our family, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. May all our family be at peace. May all our family be happy. We wish happiness for the angels watching over us. We wish happiness for all the higher beings around us. We share our merits with the angels, with the higher beings, and they rejoice. We get friends in high places. We wish happiness for all beings who are friendly with us. We wish happiness for all beings who are not friendly with us. May all beings be happy. We wish happiness for all beings who we have ever harmed in the past. By mind we ask forgiveness. We wish happiness for all beings who have ever harmed us. And we completely forgive. We forgive completely. And in forgiving, the heart becomes lighter, brighter, more clear, more clean, more free. Wishing peace, wishing happiness for all beings throughout the entire universe. We share our merits with all beings throughout the entire universe. And now we zoom back down, we put the image of the galaxy back at the heart chakra, wishing peace, happiness for all beings throughout the galaxy. We put the image of the solar system at the heart chakra, wishing peace, happiness for all beings throughout the solar system. We put the image of the earth at the heart, wishing peace, wishing happiness for all beings on this earth. And finally, we zoom down to our own heart chakra. We visualize the heart chakra as a ball of white light with the intention, may this heart be at peace. Bright and cool and clear, may this heart be at peace. And we observe, how is the heart now? Does it feel more at peace, more open, more refined? Whatever way the heart feels, we observe it and we let it go. In time, as we continue our practice, the heart will open up like the petals of a flower, become bright and cool and clear and wide. We can't control or force it. It happens in its own time. We just do our duty to take care of our heart, and the results come in their own time. And now we bring the attention to the body again, being aware of the sensations of the body, being aware of the body posture. We can visualize ourselves sitting here. We bring the right hand slowly to the right knee, being aware of all the movements. We bring the left hand slowly to the left knee, being aware of all the movements. These movements of the hands help the mind to come out of meditation smoothly, so we don't jump out of meditation. We bring the right hand to the heart chakra. The left hand joins the right hand, and now the heart is very strong, very bright. And with this strong, bright heart, we make the intention to continue our spiritual practice, which means to avoid doing evil, to do good, and to purify the heart. We bring the hands to the forehead in gratitude and respect. Back down to the legs. And when you're ready, in your own time, we open the eyes and we keep the heart open. And so I thank you for joining me today in this Metta meditation, and I invite you to join me every day. Every day I do this Metta meditation, 7 p.m. Central European Time. You'll find this live stream on the YouTube channel Brightheart Meditation Center, or on Facebook, Brightheart Meditation. And I invite you to join me every day. And if anyone is interested to come to this center here in Hungary to learn meditation, practice meditation, I leave something in the comment section below. And I wish you all the highest happiness. I wish you all the happiness of peace. Mangal ho.